right, what's going on, everybody? We are now live, and guess what, man? I'm not totally by myself at the beginning, man. B just came in. He's like, I want to smoke. So much shit been going on.
Yep.
First and foremost, something I learned that was quite interesting, and unfortunately, I'm not an expert at this kind of thing, so I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how long we can talk about it. But Mossad, like, I don't know, they had some operation where they put like explosives in like
Yeah.
pagers and talkies and stuff.
Yeah. They had from what I know about it, I guess, they had intercepted some chatter from Hezbollah, I guess, that they was telling other people to switch over to pagers.
Mm.
Cause I guess like they figured out that like the Israel was like, hijacking their like calls and texts and stuff. So they told everybody to switch over to pagers, and then Israel found out, and they intercepted the batch of pagers, and they rigged them all with bombs, and then they set out this like mass code or whatever. And once the code went off, like everybody with the pagers got blown up.
Bro, I'm like, and that's what I'm trying to wrap my head around. I'm just like, bro, how did that's fucking genius. I'm sorry. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, I don't mean to, I don't mean to glaze Israel in any by any means, but you gotta hand it to them. I'm like, God damn, how you rig that many explosives into like pagers and walkie talkies without nobody knowing? You
yeah,
know what I
that shit
mean?
is crazy.
But what happened? Because I was reading, they said it was like in a last ditch effort they had to detonate. So like, what was like, were they about to be discovered or something? Or
I'm not one
because
thousand
the
percent
article
sure.
didn't go into detail of like what made them desperate to detonate them all.
See, that part I'm not 1,000% sure. All I know for real is that I was just hearing about it from like my mom because she was reading about it. So I'm not 1,000% sure what made them have to pull the trigger, on that on the day. But yeah, I just know about like how it happened.
Okay, well, I know one thing, man. Israel will get their lick back.
Yeah.
They'll be over the top with it, but they'll get their lick back.
Oh,
One
for
thing
sure, for sure, for sure. That's one thing for certain. Well, especially because they're powered by like every major, yeah,
I yeah,
every
yeah,
major
somewhere.
military power. Like, yeah, I mean, you got to figure us plus Israel and a bunch of other countries, like, I mean, not Israel, England and other countries and stuff. Like, you got some of the top countries in the world powering you. Yeah, and, yeah, they gonna get it.
Then like I don't know. That's just so crazy. I mean, like, peace upon like the any innocence that might have been
Right.
caught in the explosions. But dang, can you imagine? Like, I think the death toll is like last time I read it was like up to 14, but it was like at least
Jesus.
400 people like injured.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But dog, like to be able to like take out like a bunch of enemy combatants like at
Yeah.
once, like you know what I mean, or at the very least like injure them.
Yeah, that's some scary shit.
But yeah, but before you told that little, like before you gave that excerpt on, what made them switch, like, yeah, at first I was like, who the fuck uses pager?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, yeah, they were terror cells, so obviously, but I mean, but Hezbollah is like, isn't aren't they sort of like legitimizing Lebanon a bit? Like, 'cause they're a lot more militaristic than Hamas.
Uh well, see, that's another thing. Like, I don't really know 1,000%, so like it's hard for me to truly say on that matter. Like, from what I had always heard, through the years, they was like pretty serious. So, That's pretty much all I know in terms of Hezbollah. Like Hamas, I'd heard of them, but nothing too major until the October 7th thing.
Right.
But yeah, the Hezbollah was always the main ones that I'd heard about.
And what was it? Anyway, I mean, I don't know how much of the movie is accurate, but I still think of that film Munich. You know,
Uh
before I knew Homeboy went off the deep end.
huh.
What's his name was in it? The guy who played Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was the main guy.
Yeah, that's right. What's that dude's name? I always be forgetting his damn name.
Right. And it's like, uh, oh, Caviezel. Yeah,
Jim
Jim Caviezel.
Caviezel. That's right. Jim Caviezel.
It's such a goofy name, but I'm always misremembering it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
But no, I always think of that movie like, and I really liked it. Like, as a movie, yeah, I was on their side. Like, yeah, fuck those guys. We gotta get them. We gotta get them. I was foaming at the mouth. But it's crazy.
Well, especially because like when you factor into like them Olympic players didn't really do shit. Like
right.
So it was like it was easy to kind of hate them in the moment because they targeted people who didn't really do anything. Like,
and I think James Bond was in it too.
Yeah, he was. It was like it was Eric Bana, the dude who played Hulk in 2003. I know he was one of the main dudes, and I think the other one was like Daniel Craig.
Oh, I didn't know. You said the guy who played the Hulk in the first movie?
Yeah, Eric Bana, I think is his name.
Okay, but yeah, man, that shit went hard though, man. Like, I remember when they got that when they got revenge on that honeypot, which I was just like, well, I mean, niggas get horny.
Yeah,
but I thought, but they set up that character to be like smart and stuff. So like, I thought he would know what a honeypot was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but yeah, like whatever that improvised gun was, what is it like? like,
yeah.
But the thing was though, like the way that scene was set up, it kind of bothers me because it was like, she was reaching for the gun in her drawer.
Mm-hmm.
She technically could have like, cause like she saw them reloaded. She could have just
right.
But like for some reason, the writers had her like try to seduce them out of killing her, and they're like, "No, bitch, get the fuck! You killed our mans. No, like the fuck we're." And the thing is, like, what the fuck was she thinking? Like, I don't know. Let's just say, knock on wood, man. Like, some woman like kills Los, right? You know what I mean? Like, and we go to get revenge. I'm not getting my card for somebody who murdered somebody I love.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's crazy.
But nah, man.
Well,
great
for real,
film.
we wouldn't had that problem because I believe our sister would handle that.
I know, right?
So for real, we wouldn't really have that issue.
But I don't know, but my thing is though, like, I guess that was before Jim Caviezel went crazy because I remember even on the film they had like this. They disputed among each other. That was just like, damn, is this what are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like they were saying that in the movie. So I'm surprised Jim Caviezel was participating in those scenes.
like, I guess it was before he started thinking so crazy. All that crazy stuff. And before he thought he was a damn superhero on Person of Interest. Yeah, I still never found out exactly what he did to her because
I thought he probably just talked crazy to her.
Yeah, because like I didn't know that she had beef with him. Like, because that story had come out. Was it about 3 years ago now? That story about how he was wilding on the set. But I still never found out exactly like what, because I didn't know that they had issues until like very recently. that somebody had
Mm.
mentioned that yeah, she was having issues with him too, and I had no idea about that. So I wonder like what he said or did to her that made her.
Probably said some wild racial shit, or he was being sexist. One of them, like it had to be.
Listen here, Shaniqua, we gotta go accomplish this mission.
Right, just call him Shaniqua.
All
I know
right,
that little bitch.
all right, all right, Taraji, is that your name? Okay, all right, we're
Or he'll probably
heroes.
just fuck
Okay,
it up real bad, like fuck up her name real bad. Just
Taraja,
Taraja, Taj
Taraja.
Mahal.
Yeah. All right, listen.
Hey
Okay,
Taj, get over here.
all
It's
right.
Taraji,
What we're
whatever.
doing is important. Okay, we're heroes. All right. Either that or she probably called him out for doing that weird thing that the people were saying that he did where he
Oh,
was
pretend
pretending
to
to
know
know.
a language.
Yeah, that would oh man, that would have been some funny shit. like like if I was one of the people he did that to, bro, I'd have been I wouldn't have spoke a lick of English the rest of the filming for the episode. Like I'd have just
At
kept
least not
speaking to
around
him.
him.
Yeah, yeah. I'd have went over to him and keep speaking my language and see him pretend to try
Right,
to know it.
just be hurling insults at him and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that yeah, that out of all the crazy stuff they say he did, that was the funniest one. Cause that's just like I mean, I guess you could say it's racist, but it's more so just funny to me, like than
right,
racist. Like why would you do that? Like that's just so stupid. Like why? Like it's just
crazy.
it's such a nonsense thing to do.
Right. And then speaking of nonsense, man, fucking hey, another one of Trump's own people tried
Yeah,
to gun him down. And the thing was, this nigga was, first of all, that golf course is pretty exposed.
yeah,
I ain't gonna hold you. And I'm pretty sure his Secret Service team told him that he was probably like, nah, I want to golf anyway.
yeah.
But no,
Well, they was a whole like that's how they found out was they was a whole they had to travel a whole like a whole above him like so
right.
each
And like,
yeah and
and
that's how they found out.
that dude was in that spot for 12 hours, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is like that's like military sniper
Right.
shit. Okay, like just sitting in the same spot for hours
Yeah.
waiting.
But unfortunately, he wasn't a sniper. He was just a crazy nigga with a gun. Like,
Right.
they said that. Well, I think they said that one of his big things was the Ukraine situation.
So he's like a yeah, cause like he's like a disillusioned Trump fan because he voted for him in 2016.
Yeah, and then he bounced up off of him after 2016 because I guess he was like, "Yeah, this dude ain't really who I thought he'd be." And then the Ukraine situation happened, and they said apparently like that's when he went full tilt, like writing a whole bunch of crazy stuff because I guess like he's like, well, like big anti-Putin, you know.
Yeah,
And I guess like he felt Trump kissing his ass all the time was a step too far for him, which is yeah, it's crazy, but like
but yeah,
it
it's
is.
the left. It's the left's fault somehow.
Well, that's the funniest thing. I saw somebody point out like how unlucky Trump is that he had two shooters that he can't politicize. Like you can't call them crazy Democrats. You can't blame it on black people. You can't blame it on the
Right.
gays.
Yeah,
And
like they
it's
were. Yeah,
like
they. Yeah, like they weren't Dems. They're not any other colors,
right, like
and they're not any part of the rainbow either. So it's like you can't do shit.
right.
And they
That's
were Americans. They weren't even migrants. You can't even say
right.
they're immigrants. Oh my god, it's like
Yeah, that's what people were saying. They was like, "Bruh, how unlucky you had
yeah,
two
bro, like you
people
got
try to
no
kill you."
scapegoats, bro.
Yeah, two people tried to kill you, and you can't politicize it in any way. You just got to take it on the chin.
Right, bro.
Also, another thing,
don't nobody give a fuck either because I mean I heard somebody talking about it maybe once, but like that was about it. Like
Yeah, barely. Other than really hardcore right wing people, it's barely got a lot of outrage. Like even from like regular right wing people, there's not really a whole lot of outrage. Or even the day it happened for real, like it was on it was on football Sunday. So like people people was watching football, like, and they was kind of just like,
like sorry Donald, I was too busy watching my Cowboys get fucking destroyed.
yeah,
So
like you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was like, yo, like we watching football right now, bro. Like, sorry.
ooh boy, speaking of that, man, god damn the Cowboys
My bad.
pissed me off.
Drop my phone.
I ain't see the game, but I watched some highlights. I was hot. I was like, bro, we ain't have shit. You
Let's see.
said Big John said I
I
heard
heard
Harris
Harris
is
is Native American
just
and just told the black race for support. That
what?
feel like something the Fox News people would say. Yeah,
Oh man, speaking of that, bro. Speaking while we on the crazy nonsense, that cats and dogs shit
yeah, that's
blew the
crazy.
fuck up. Like all because
Yeah,
of Trump and that crazy ass bitch Laura Loomer.
yeah, it's crazy. What was it? I think like the craziest shit with like the whole cats and dogs thing is like people was already calling it out on the internet.
Right.
And then you had the ex president of the United States say it on TV, like that, like that's some crazy old man stuff. That's some crazy old man stuff. Look, I see it on Facebook that the Haitians are eating cats and dogs. Like that's literally
That
what he
really
did.
is some old nigga shit. Oh my god. Yeah, they'll just see some shit and be like, "Oh fuck, hey, some dickhead on Facebook shared this. It's got to be true." Like, oh damn, like he literally pulled like some grandfather shit.
Yeah, he's
Fucking
a
boomer, bro.
he's an entertainer. It's crazy, bro. And then make matters worse for themselves. You find out that the original thing was started by a Nazi group in Springfield, like actual Nazis too. Like that's like y'all couldn't get any more crazy with it if you tried.
Yeah, well, another source said that it was some lady who started it, but she ended up apologizing for starting it. Like, but
I
the
seen
fact
that
that
too.
even
I was kind of like
yeah,
confused on it. From what I initially heard, it was the Nazi dude because he was at some like council meeting or whatever, and like talk to text. Oh, okay. Yeah. What was it? Yeah, he was at some council meeting and they was trying to get him about it because he
oh
was
yeah,
ranting about the Haitians and stuff. But yeah, no, the dude is crazy, and now like more Nazis have come to support that dude's Nazi group down there, and the Haitian people unfortunately are being harassed. Like people was
Mhm.
throwing acid on their cars
Oh
and
my god,
yeah, like it's got bad down
but,
there. Like they had to
but
close the school last week. Last week they
yeah,
had to close
bomb
down the
threats,
school
right?
because bomb threats and stuff.
But what? But when like years ago, like that city was begging for those same migrants to come because like that shit was a dying city.
Oh, it was dying. Like they said, most of the industry had left. The small businesses had essentially dried up. Like, they didn't really have anything. Like, and then the Haitian people came and started pouring money into the community, and now the town is essentially back.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like it's crazy. It was like the racist dude Tyler Oliveira. You know, I saw his video floating around, and most of it he just found the just most racist white
Oh
folks you could
wait, is that
find.
the I think I was watching somebody react to it, but it was like yeah, it was like some dude was like, I wouldn't give them the sweat off my balls if they were dying of thirst or something like that. I was like, bro, what is your problem?
Oh yeah, he was calling them monkeys and stuff in the video, and that Tyler
Then,
Oliveira
then,
dude was
then
sitting there laughing
I
with
said
him.
like go back to Haiti town or Haitian town,
Yeah, yeah. He said, yeah, go back to Haityville. Like,
Haitiville.
yeah, yeah, and it's crazy because the one dude in there, not that guy, there was another guy in there. You know, it was very interesting because he was sitting there talking to Tyler Oliveira and talking about how his house was getting taken, and he's getting set out of his house and he don't know what he gonna do. And then right after he was like, "Well, they're taking my house so they can give it to the Haitians and stuff." I'm like, okay, think about this though. You're mad at them for coming here and taking your house. Who's the person taking your house? The landlord. Why aren't you mad at them? Like, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing that poor white folks just can't never shake is like they have to blame everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like like it can't never like there's no deeper introspection. Like,
Shout out, shout out to the poor white folks who were smart enough to join up with the Black Panthers. But anyway,
yeah,
uh,
it's nuts. Like poor white people will vote against their self interest every time. You know, or not even just vote; they'll act against their self interest. I'll say that.
yeah,
That
and it's
that's
like
that's easier to say because sometimes they don't even vote. They'll just. But when it comes to acting, they will act against their self interest and they will fight. They will punch down for as hard as they can and
just to
still not
maintain the
realize.
whiteness. Yeah, at least I'm
Yeah,
white,
just to maintain their whiteness and stuff, not realizing that the ones who told them to do it is laughing at them. Like,
laughing heart.
yeah, like you worried about who gonna get the house. You need to be worried about who's the person taking the keys from your hand.
Yeah.
Like that,
Another streamer pointed out. It's like he was like, hold on now, wait. So they're rich enough to outbid you in these homes, but
right,
they're also destitute enough to like have to steal your pets
right.
to eat them.
Yeah,
Like that,
exactly. It's crazy,
but that's like a common thing with like hate campaigns. It's like the enemy, this nebulous enemy, is always like strong as like they're OP and they're weak as fuck at the same time.
Oh yeah, well it's like when people talk about the Latin ones, right? They're stealing jobs, but they're also welfare babies and stuff.
Right.
Like it's crazy. What is it? It was the same thing. Like, and then they talk about like with black people, right? Black people are consistently over policed, yet somehow we're the ones committing all the crimes.
All right. 1350.
Right. So what are these like? So if we're out here just committing crimes left and right, why are all the police that be all up in our neighborhoods not like stopping any of the crimes then? What's the point of the over policing? You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Oh, Big John say heard they letting foreigners in for
for the
votes. Yeah, stupid. Yeah, that shit. Like
but yeah,
people
but
who
like
actually believe that type of stuff is extra stupid. Like,
my
bro,
thing is though, it's like I feel like we're watching, you know, like we're literally like watching scapegoating take place because it's like these. I mean, there's some stupid people out there,
right,
but no one's this fucking dumb. I think the people of Springfield, the white people of Springfield, they just want to hate the Haitians,
right,
but they need a reason to. So they're eating our cats and dogs.
right,
They're taking all the welfare, so
right,
they're buying our apartments. They're leaving
right.
the one lady on that Tyler Oliveira show, like, oh well, they get to leave their trash just seeping
Yeah,
the place. It's the culture. It's not a racial thing. It's the
right.
culture.
Hey, there was no proof that it was Haitian people who even did that. And
Right.
second, let's see what your garbage cans look like.
Right.
Like what's your house look like inside?
Right.
Exactly. And then the reason with the jobs at that plant was a like y'all's family members was being fired and stuff, which I agree isn't necessarily right, but also what the dude who owned the plant said, he said most of the
Mm,
locals that was working there was methed out half the time,
right. And
like
didn't come to work. Like,
yeah, like nobody took your job, you lost it. And he said they're also slaughtering goats. Yeah, they practicing the hoodoo.
oh yeah. Yeah, 'cause I think yeah, like some pastor dude was like, he was like, yeah, they bring in they their religion is witchcraft. That's their main religion. I'm not just saying that. I've been to country. I've been to that country. But my thing is, I was like, Haitians are fucking Christian as fuck. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
and that
sure,
was mainly
they
due to
own
like
traditions,
you know
but
colonialism and
right, I was
stuff.
gonna say, boy, them white people beat the Jesus into them so deep.
Right.
Like,
Somebody brought up an interesting point. Like, I think like they brought up like they think that the reason that so many like white people like have such an issue with Haitians in particular is because Haiti is one of the few countries who is able to successfully
right.
lead a slave revolt, and it was a violent slave revolt at that. You know what I'm saying? So, I wonder if that has any merit to it.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, look, I'm definitely gonna sound like a Tariq Nasheed blazer, but yeah, I mean Haiti, yeah, I think that for sure. That's one of his talking points all the
Yeah.
time. Like, but whew, man,
Speaking of the Hoteps, let's see. Our boy, Dr. Umar,
uh-oh.
got into it with DL Hughley and
Interesting.
Ricky Smiley and
I
Steve
thought they were all,
Harvey.
I thought they all agreed to an extent. Like to a small extent. Like, I mean, they probably wouldn't
Uh,
agree on homophobia, but I
yeah.
thought they agree on everything else.
I don't know. I think that one's a bit tricky. I don't know. But he went claiming that let's see. He went claiming that Kamala's campaign. Oh, I think got tired. Yeah, he went claiming that Kamala's campaign tried to pay him like $10,000 to cut ads for them or something like that. I
Mhm.
don't know. And he said that that's the reason why Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and DL Hughley was doing Kamala press was because they got paid off. And I think DL and Steve Harvey responded. I don't think Ricky Smiley responded, but what Steve Harvey said was actually pretty funny. He was like, he was like, of course that's a lie. Uh, he was like, everybody knows that's a lie. Because let's be for real, I ain't saying nothing for $10,000, bro.
Right.
Like, let's get it twisted. He's like, don't get it twisted, my G. They ain't pay. I ain't letting her pay me no $10,000 to start speaking. You gonna have to bump them numbers up, big homie.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Anything.
and then I think DL said something. Oh, no, okay. The DL thing came after I think DL had said something minor, but it was kind of whatever. So Dr. Umar posted this video talking about, his favorite word, debate. He said he challenged Steve Harvey,
Oh my God.
uh DL. I think he challenged Ricky too,
He said
which
that.
even though Ricky didn't really say anything to him, and he was like, I'm challenging y'all to a debate, 30 minutes. And if y'all need help, y'all can bring Roland Martin in too.
Oh Lord.
So it could be a 4-on-1 debate in a location of your choosing. his similar tactic. He does that
Mm,
to everybody he gets upset about. Well,
bro.
DL responded. He said, "Hey, bet, let's do it. Why don't we host it in the auditorium of your school?" Oh man, I was crying.
Oh,
Like, there's no way.
fucking fucking wrecked.
Oh
Gee,
man. But
but
yeah,
it's
I
like,
don't.
why? I mean, I guess that was like, I guess he was just clout chasing on that one, and he got the responses, I guess, so he could
Yeah,
go.
I see. I feel like Ricky Smiley handled it right. Like, I wouldn't
Yeah,
even
by just
respond to the
not
dude.
responding to
Like,
him, like,
I would. I just
but
like it's
I
Umar
thought it was
Johnson.
cute
You know what I'm
that
saying? Like,
I thought it was
Umar
cute
ain't
that he
even.
would think that
What'd you
Kamala
say?
would know who he is. I said I thought it was cute that he thought that Kamala would know who he is. Like,
Yeah, like that's the other part. I'm like, bro, of all the people they could have cut like ads with, they was coming to you. Like they done went to Tariq before they went to you, dog. Like I
right.
don't even like that's like I don't even think Umar got no blue check on any of them on any of his accounts. Like
Hey,
like
I mean, hell, he's in his car getting that grit money.
bruh, I just be like, I was like, bruh, there's no way Kamala. And again, he won't post no receipts. That's the other part. Like, we just, typical Umar Johnson, you just gotta take his word for it that it happened. Like, yeah, of course Kamala's team reached out to me. Like,
Oh, so yeah, it's just like trust me. What's your source? Just trust me, bro.
yeah, like, bruh,
Yeah.
like, get up out of here, bruh. Like, he's okay. No, I stand corrected. He do got a blue check mark. Never mind.
Oh, okay, he got
I'm
the blue
tripping.
check. But what about? Did he post screenshots of the Kamala Harris team asking him to speak?
Uh, let's see. No, I don't see no
Okay,
screenshots about that. I'm looking on his
Jigsaw
Instagram.
didn't happen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's funny, man. He's hilarious. Uh, well, he'd be funnier if people didn't believe him. Like, that's like that's the worst
That's
part
how I
about
feel
it.
about Trump.
Yeah, like Trump would be a heck of a comedian. Like, but unfortunately, he has a cult behind him that
Right.
has very real dangerous like effects on the world. Like, and that's the same thing with Umar. Like Umar is just like if we found out tomorrow that Umar was doing a parody all these years, I'd laugh. Cause like he's so
He like just come out and be like, I was just kidding, guys.
yeah, like the stuff he does is hilarious. Like, but unfortunately he be for real, and I just be like, bruh, like this is crazy. Also, like sometimes I'll be wondering if he knows exactly what a debate is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he always be challenging people to debates. And then for real, I don't think I've ever seen him in an actual debate before. For as much as he be challenging people,
Umar
like
versus
bruh, Umar versus Trump would be
that,
hilarious. Oh my
bro, they'll just
god,
say the craziest shit. Like,
brother Trump, brother Trump, brother Trump. I don't know you, Umar, Umu. I don't know you.
oh my god, see already like Umar, what is this?
he
I,
says
I I I bet this guy never even stepped foot in Africa. You know,
he says he has a school. I've never been to a school. I had a school, Trump University. It was real. It was real. I had
see
books.
Trump. Yeah, he'll have too much ammo.
Oh, bro, that'd be hilarious. Like,
It'll just be a roast session, bro.
yeah, like, 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 how'd you let Trump create a real school before you did? Like, yeah, they wasn't learning nothing, but
Bro,
at least,
Trump
at
probably
least,
helped more black people than he did, bro.
well, unfortunately, that was the whole thing. Like, the school was a scam because they wasn't really learning nothing, and the
Right.
degrees was worthless. But still, like, at least it was something. Like,
Trump University. God damn.
Umar don't even got a brick in the ground, from what I remember. Like, well, actually, no, I heard there is an actual building for the school. I just don't know if it's open. So, it is what it is. I don't really know too much about his school anymore. All I remember was during the glory days, during the peak Umar Johnson glory days, was him being on Instagram Live, hustling people out their money, a piece of Pan Africanism.
Massive Trump.
Bruh, it's just like, yeah, bruh. Umar's funny, man. He really tried. He said, if y'all need help, call Roland Martin. Like, it could be a 4-on-1 debate.
Oh my God, Roland
What
Martin.
was the, I remember, what's that video we used to watch?
Oh,
Y'all
with
don't,
him.
yeah. Who was he challenging to a debate?
I
It was
think it
like back,
was it Rizza Islam?
I don't think it was Rizza Islam. I think it was
It
one of
was
them
one
other
of the
ones.
other people in that sphere. I know
Yeah,
that.
it was during, for those who don't know, there was a Hotep civil war at one point. They was all fighting each other. It was like Umar versus Tariq versus like Tommy Sotomayor.
Well,
The
is Sotomayor in that group? I thought he was like a. Well, we can't
Akun.
say. Yeah. Well, I don't. Well, I think it's Twitch that doesn't allow that. I think we're good on here. But yeah, I thought he was like, like a Uncle Tom. Uncle
I thought
Thomas.
at one point Tommy was in that group, and then he like sort of started drifted off of that. Well, because isn't that how he originally like got like the prominence, or am I tripping? I
I
thought he originally came up with the whole like uh with with the Hotep people. And then there was the other one too, like General somebody. He used to call himself General some. It was General somebody. I just can't remember who the other dude was.
General.
Huh?
This man seriously looked himself in the mirror and said, "My stream name gonna be General, whatever, anything, General."
Yeah, it was General somebody. It was like he was part of the whole Pan African crowd or whatever. I can't
Jeez,
remember.
so militant.
Yeah, but nah, that all them, bro, all them used to be beefing with each other. Yeah, the RZA Islam. I ain't heard much from RZA Islam in a while. Although I
Not
did
since that
have,
Nipsey joint.
what'd you say?
Not since Nipsey's assassination. I haven't heard from
Nah, he
Resident.
was going wild during COVID because
Wow.
actually, I think last week I had some older black dude come
Oh,
up.
Sonetta.
Who?
That was the other guy, Sonetta. That's the
Jet?
other guy he was calling out. His name,
Oh,
guy
Sonetta.
named Sonetta.
Yeah. What was it? I remember. Okay, so yeah, about a week or ago, somebody had came up to me with like the whole. They didn't mention Rizza Islam by name, but I mainly blame this on Rizza Islam when it comes to black people, only because he was the first black dude I heard say it with the whole 5G stuff during COVID.
Oh God.
Yeah, Rizza Islam was the first person within like the black community that I heard go full tilt with that stuff. Uh,
The
and
fact that
and
people seriously thought 5G
bruh, I'm telling
as a
you, a black
respiratory.
dude is an older black man at the gym. We was in the little pool thing, and I guess we was like one of like two black people there. So he decided to start talking to me, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And he said, "Oh, I'm trying to work out and stuff, get back in shape. I was in rough shape for a couple years, especially during COVID." And I said, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I know COVID was real bad." And he said, "You know what the trick was to stay healthy with this COVID stuff." I'm like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I discovered the trick. Everybody was talking about the masks and stuff, and people was talking about the people with the bats in China. That ain't what happened. It's the 5G, young brother. It's the 5G." And I was like, "Oh
Oh
Jesus, here we
no! And
go."
he said it like dead ass like that
For
too.
real, like he was
Like he was
like he
putting
was
you
telling
on
me,
game.
like, yeah, like he was putting me on to the secret, like, and he was like, "Yeah, young brother, it's the 5G, man. It's this 5G. I was out here getting everybody sick, but I figured out, he's like, because I bet you be on your phone a lot, huh?" And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, that's right. Young people are always on their phone. See, and that's why y'all was getting sick because of the 5G and y'all phones. So what you need to do is take some black seed oil. And I'm like, huh? He said, yeah, some black seed oil. I bought a whole bunch of it, and I was taking it, and I ain't got sick yet because it protects me from the harmful rays from the 5G. And I'm like, oh, Lord have
Bro,
mercy.
what the hell kind of Dr. CBS shit was that I heard?
Bruh, I was sitting there like, Jesus Christ, somebody, I hope his kids know like, that their daddy was buying a bunch of black seed oil. Like, I never even heard of black seed oil. Like,
I heard of it, but I ain't. Oh Lord.
yeah, bro. And, hey,
Oh, RZA.
whatever help you get through the day, it's whatever, but like, Jesus. Like, I just be feeling so bad for people sometimes. I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, that's really crazy, bro. Like, uh, who
Just,
took a break from social?
I think it's on my RZA still,
Oh, RZA. Okay.
but
Um,
but yeah,
yeah,
man.
no, but my man was out here talking about taking the black seed oil to protect me from the 5G rays. So
Ooh, man's out here slipping
yeah, bro.
like Diddy.
But yeah, no, the RZA, yeah. That was the last time I seen RZA was during that whole. Actually, no, the last time I seen him, when was that? He was on the 85 South show, and I remember I was side eyeing them for having him on there because I was like, "Come on, bro, what y'all ain't have to have RZA." Well, actually, I think they had Umar on there too. To be tell you the truth, because like
Were they at least roasting them?
no, I think they kind of align with a lot of the stuff that they be saying. Yeah, RZA was on there 2 years ago.
Ugh.
Um,
He said baby oil combs. Oh my god.
baby oil cones. Yeah, I remember when RZA, I think him and his like sect of the Nation of Islam was like, I don't know if they was selling them or if they was quote unquote giving them away, but they was like, because I know there was a rapper I used to mess with who I noticed got real into like that
Mm.
path or whatever, and he was posting stuff on his Instagram stories about these like little, almost look like foil little shield things that you're supposed to wear on your body, and it's
Oh
supposed
my
to
goodness.
bounce the 5G rays off you. I'm
They
like,
might as
dog.
well just wear the tinfoil hat, bro.
Yeah, I was just like, come on, dog. Like it
Like
was
that's
like a
literally
little,
just
it was like a little
tinfoil hat.
reflective sticker type thing. I'm like, come on, bro. And that, yeah, so that's how I knew that RZA was wild during the COVID because what was it? Because yeah, like that rapper dude, it was a rapper I really was banging with. Like he was dope. I think I first heard this
Remember his
rapper.
name?
Uh he changed his name like 3 times. Like
Oh, it's one of them. Ugh.
yeah, I remember I think his original name was Sandlot. It was an acronym, SANLOT. And I forgot what the acronym meant, I'm gonna be for real. But he crap. Yeah, he had like 2 or 3 songs I remember on YouTube and SoundCloud that I thought was real dope. And then I remember I followed him and then he took off like social media for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh and he wasn't making no more stuff, which kind of sucked because like I said, he was dope. And then he came back because he was living in Hawaii at one point, and then he came back like and announced he was married and everything. I'm like, oh, okay, like he might be dropping some more stuff. And
Right.
then he like just never dropped nothing else. And then like yeah, he just kept uh yeah, he was dropping more and more like weird like fringe Nation of Islam type stuff. And I was like, oh,
Uh,
okay, this is yeah, it's
that's
getting wild.
excuse me.
Um, let's see, what did John say? Oh, the Diddy story. Yeah, I guess we can talk about it. Why did
Yeah,
he have that much
that's what
loot?
I was saying.
Like,
Because
was
when
he
I heard it, I
using?
thought it was just a meme.
I'm just like,
I never
listen. I
said that
know this
man's
is
speech.
listen. I know this was a very evil story, but I just gotta ask: was he using one bottle for each person there? Like, because I'd imagine one
And then,
bottle was made for multiple uses. So why did he need 1,000? Like, I just,
didn't that did that report also unironically say freak offs?
yeah, they said that's what they was called freak offs. And of course, there's been a bunch of different speculations on who was at the freak offs. Bad boy
Is that
slip
what's
side. Oh, I just imagine him doing the little shoulder shimmy before he go down the side. Ooh, ooh, bad boy. um, yeah, they said they was called freak offs or whatever, and which is crazy to call it's bad enough that the thing is already happening, but I'm just like you got a name for it, like that's
right? Because
crazy.
like I swear I used to see that word on memes like freak offs. And I'm like, holy shit! Now it's reality.
Yeah, bro, that's wild. And
He
now,
said he used to like drug his guests at parties and stuff.
yeah,
Like,
they said the guests and the prostitutes. He was everybody was getting drugged.
God,
Although, oh no, no, Big John, not take that, take
take
that.
that, take that, take
Ooh,
that.
ooh, take that, take that.
Now, I heard his
I
son is kind of into it as well. Like I heard like allegedly King Combs is like kind of.
Yeah, I heard. I heard the whole thing was weird because I like the one light skinned dude too who ain't really his son. Like I heard he might have been involved in it. Like
Oh
it's a whole.
no, that dude's the actor, right?
Yeah, the only thing I'd ever seen him in was Oh well, no, not yeah. Dude who played Crown Camacho in Raising Canaan.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. I was about to say I thought I was about to say I thought the only thing I'd ever seen him in was that Brotherly Love movie, but then I just remembered. I'm like, oh yeah, he was Crown Camacho. Um, was it? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The whole situation's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
although I
man.
did see one funny tweet. This girl tried to say like, oh, Diddy was the monster everybody always tried to say Suge Knight was. And somebody responded to her. They said, "Oh no, Suge Knight was still very much a monster. We don't gotta do that.
Right.
We don't gotta try to clean up Suge Knight just because
Right.
Diddy's in
Yeah.
trouble."
No, this ain't his redemption arc.
Yeah, yeah,
He was a
yeah.
monster for different reasons. That's
I
all.
was about to say, yeah, they don't cancel each other out, bro. Like they both
But
belong in prison.
like,
Like,
how no,
Suge
like
Knight deserved every one of them years he up in there for sure. Like,
I'm
yeah,
still stuck on 1,000 bottles of this shit. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. Like,
do we even want to know
nah,
what happened in these freak offs
bruh. And
between
part of
who?
me, you remember the Watchmen show? The superhero who slid down the sewer
Yeah.
grate. I just picture that was Diddy the whole time.
Please, take that, take that.
Take that, take that.
Bad
Oh,
boys for life.
and
Damn,
now
man.
and now everybody's trying to speculate who was at the freak offs or whatever. Let's be for real, yo. Everybody and they
Probably
mama.
most celebrities were.
I was about
That's
to
all.
say, yeah, like I know it's like everybody because I saw people try to claim that they hope Drake gets caught up in this. And then because they showed a picture of like Drake and Diddy on the red carpet together. I'm just like, cool. Kendrick took pictures with Diddy too, so
Right.
like I just
I mean, I'm
but
just
yeah,
saying though, like this is Diddy. Like
I was
he's
about to
like
say like it
mainstream.
like
Like
he got pictures with everybody, so
yeah,
like
like who
everybody
knows?
just try to
I
post
mean,
whatever rapper or artist that they don't like and talk
yeah.
about they was at the freak offs. I'm like, let's be
I
for
mean,
real.
yeah.
Everybody named Mama was probably at the freak
Jack
offs,
Nicholson
okay?
was probably at them damn freak offs. You know what I mean? Like,
Like they was probably everybody named Mama who was connected somewhat to hip hop was probably at the freak offs, y'all. Let's
right.
like be prepared that if there's if well, 'cause I think one of the people who was going after him was one of the chicks in Diddy Dirty Money.
Mm.
Uh I'm pretty sure, like I'm coming home, coming home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of those girls, I think, is going after him too, and she claimed that like they got into it and an incident occurred where Neo and Usher was in the room or whatever.
Mm.
And like, so already, like, if that story's true, that's already two major names. But like, let's be for real. Like I said, everybody they mom was probably
Yeah.
involved. That's not to say they was all out there, you know, assaulting people,
Right. But they were
but
probably
they was probably there for the freaky deaky part. Like, let's be
yeah.
for real, you know.
I mean, because like what rich person isn't gonna throw a hedonistic like orgy party?
Right.
I mean, like,
That's
you
what
know.
money's for.
Right.
That's what money's for.
All right,
Like,
everybody, let's fuck. You know, just like
everybody was shocked when Straight Outta Compton came out and was surprised at all the party scenes with all the naked chicks and stuff. What's the money for? If you can't do that, if you like, let me stop before somebody take me seriously. but but no, for real, like, let's be for real. That's what rich people do, bro. Like,
I mean, I
now
don't know. Like,
the
imagine like
non-conceptual stuff is the stuff that's bad.
yeah,
Like, I think that's the part that people are like forgetting is like the issue isn't that he was hosting like
freaky
sex
shit. It was
parties. Like,
the fact
the
that
issue is that he was
he was committing
kidnapping and
crimes.
molesting people. Like,
Yeah.
like people are so caught up on the fact, oh my god, he was hosting orgies. I'm like, duh, he was
Huh?
like, okay, like I expected
I
that
mean,
part. The part was the fact that he was sex trafficking. Like, that's the
right,
issue.
man. What? I'm like, imagine being at a Diddy party. He's like, "All right, everybody, let's fuck." Like, huh? Wait, whoa, wait, whoa, hold on.
Big John, I don't know about R. Kelly because from what I heard, Diddy, while he was messing with boys and stuff, most of them was adults. I think R. Kelly's route was more so with the children.
Oh, there was men who came out against him.
Yeah, they said it was men and women. Like,
Damn.
yeah, I think R. Kelly would have been mad about the age range for the selection.
Fuck.
I think R. Kelly was like, yeah, R. Kelly was more so hiding at Chuck E. Cheese than the Diddy party. Uh,
Jeez.
bruh, Freak Off documentary would be crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Honestly,
They'll be rated
that's actually
NC-17.
like, you know, I don't mean this seriously, but like in terms of just pure jokes, trying to speculate all the artists who was involved at the Freak Off party is very funny. Like, obviously Mary J. Blige had to be there. Like, she was like the first lady of Bad Boy. Like,
Yeah, it's on the you know what I mean? Like,
yo,
jeez,
Jesus,
that's crazy.
doing that
Probably get
crazy,
blown out.
doing that stupid dance she be doing.
I mean, you know what though? Like, I heard she was like very heavily into the cocaine, so who knows? Like, I mean, but as you said, that's what money is for.
Right. Like, you know, like the part that that shocked me wasn't that he was hosting that stuff. It was that he was kidnapping people
Right.
and molesting
Drugging
and drugging people.
Yeah.
Like I said, like when you look on Twitter right now, most of the people's like, oh my god, he was hosting freaky parties. Like, duh. Like that wasn't what was the shock here. The shock was that he was,
Let SOS blow up. You already know.
bruh, for sure. Like,
as our brother Brick says, it's gonna be filthy.
yeah, exactly. Like, that's the point. Like, dude, now I ain't gonna be using no drugs or drugging people, you know, but like, dude, oh, don't be surprised if there's criminals there. Like,
Right.
dude, Pablo, you know, not Pablo Escobar. What's the one? El Chapo's son. I know he's still out there. Like, he can come, dude. I ain't gonna snitch to the DEA.
Bring the party favors.
Yeah. Like, but nah, yeah. I'm like,
On orgy, take that call.
take that comes is crazy.
Take that call.
Oh man, do you think you had to wear a shiny suit to get in?
Oh my goodness. Like what I think I think it was you who said that, B. He was like, what the fuck did Farnsworth Bentley see and had to keep to himself? We gotta
Uh,
find Farnsworth and figure out what the fuck he knows.
oh man, bro, fun. Listen, I want to know what he blackmailed him with to get that song made with him, Outkast, and Kanye. But then
I,
he never had no album. That was the thing with Farnsworth. Honestly, that song wasn't too bad either. I like
yeah,
that song.
I thought he was meant to just be a personality though. Like, I mean, was he trying to get into music?
I don't know. I mean, he had a song. Like
Yeah.
that song was. I like the song. Is it whose boots on? Bruh, that should have been one of the challenges on making the band. You gotta go to Brooklyn and buy me a bottle of Lou.
Oh my god. You gotta participate in the freak off.
Oh, you think he had the cheesecake there at the
Oh,
freak?
probably.
Oh man, that's funny, bro. That's mad funny. I mean, it's not funny because like the situation itself isn't funny.
Right.
It's just like, oh
I
man,
mean, shout out to Cassie. Her bravery
yeah, for sure.
is, without bounds. And, you hear a lot of people say that couldn't be me.
Yeah,
I would let no nigga do that.
yeah,
But and it's like you probably wouldn't. But
yeah.
I gotta understand, man. She was like what 19 when Diddy met her.
That's crazy.
Like
I didn't
she
even
was
know that. I
already
thought she was
young
older.
enough to be manipulated. I mean, she could be, but I knew she was. I knew she was young.
That's
Like
crazy.
what I'm saying. She was like a young adult. You know what I mean? So young
Yeah,
enough to be like manipulated and you think about it. Like someone's shout like he probably what do you call it? Like love bombs. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
after abuse, he probably just love bomb her and like
yeah.
buy her whatever expensive thing she wanted. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Yeah,
so shout out to her for being brave enough to come out.
yeah.
And
Also, they said like most of the members of Danity Kane is like grilling his behind on the lawsuits. Like,
mhm.
so I don't know what he did to them, but I heard it was bad.
Yeah, like more people came out. It was like another like because a couple of men came out against him too.
Yeah, yeah.
So
The only ones I don't feel bad for is like them ex bodyguards and stuff who claim they saw all the stuff happening and then didn't do nothing. I have no respect for them people. I'm sorry. If you helped him participate in the madness and now you want to come out, doing your DJ Vlad or, Dollar Store DJ Vlad interview, talk about I was Diddy's bodyguard in 2008 and this is what I saw. I don't care because you should have said something back then. Like I said, I've said it before on this show. Like that was one of the things that made me mad with the R. Kelly, the surviving R. Kelly thing on Lifetime. Was that one dude was talking about I helped Robert fake Aaliyah's birth certificate so they could get
oh
married.
yeah,
I'm
like it's
like,
like you
okay.
participated in this.
I'm like,
Like
cool. Why are they
what did
interviewing this
Robert
dude?
like? Why did Robert? What did Robert have on you? You know what I mean to do that.
Not even just that. You helped him fake the birth certificate so he could marry a 15-year-old girl. And I'm supposed to feel bad because you crying on TV? No.
Right.
Like, it should be surviving R. Kelly and you. Yeah, like it's crazy. Like, no, get out of here. Like, that's why, like, all them stuff. Oh, he was talking about Mary J. Blige with the.
Oh,
That's funny. Oh man, nah, bro. But yeah. When it comes to stuff like that, I don't have any energy for them people. Like I said, like the males who were victimized and everything, like all power to them. I'm talking about the ones. I'm talking about the people who claim to be part of the
hated him.
machine. Yeah. If you was part of the machine and then want to sit there and cry later, like there's a similar thing. I think there's like going to be an HBO thing talking about like like Donald Trump trying to steal the election. But most of the
Mm.
people they're talking to are like former Trump people who then after these last couple years wrote books and stuff, cash it in, talking about I was there the day of January 6th in the Oval Office with him and all this other stuff. Cool. You sat there the other 4 years and watched him wow
Mhm.
out, but then you want to sit there and
Wrote
write your
them
letter of
live out.
resignation on
Yeah, yeah.
January 6th when he's leaving the office anyway. Like, no, you're not a good guy. Like, you didn't do anything. Like, you sat there and watched him. So, all while he was doing the Muslim ban, all while he was calling Mexicans rapists and stuff like that, all during when he downplayed the Charlottesville rallies or when he was bombing up Iran and all that stuff, y'all was cool with everything else. But then when January 6th happened, you was like, well, Donald Trump, I can no longer work with you. He had 1 week left in office. Hey, you didn't do anything. Like, that's not a moral stance. Like you was leaving anyway. Like your
Right.
boxes was already packed.
I mean, that's like the voters, who be like, oh well, I'm just so disappointed in Trump. I have to. I didn't know it was gonna be like. How did you not know?
Right,
He literally showed you during the campaign.
right,
What are you talking about?
right.
You knew he was a dumbass. Like,
Right. But even with voters, like while I don't really have a whole lot of sympathy for them, at the end of the day, I can see how a normal person can get tricked, right? But like the one but like when it comes to the people who were working with him, saw him every day wilding out, you know what I'm saying? And then you just sat there and essentially just let him do it, you know what I'm saying? And then like after January 6th, when the pressure was on, you would go quit and then start writing books and stuff talking about what it was like in there. I don't care. Like for real, like you helped them do it. Like the calls coming
right.
from inside the house. But with that note, I guess this has been another great episode of the
Yeah.
SOS. Sorry we have a more worthwhile show today, y'all. But yeah, it's been a lot of crazy stuff. Although
Yeah.
we did get some laughs off of Umar Johnson. Umar
Yeah.
Johnson always
Right.
delivers
Right.
on the funny, even unintentionally, but he always delivers. But yeah, if it's your first time here, please don't let it be your last. You know what it is. It's the SOS. We do it every Wednesday
Yeah,
at
man.
8.
We had 2 concurrent viewers, man. That's what's up
Yeah, we
for
try to get
YouTube.
yeah, we try to get these numbers up, bro. We tried. We need y'all to support and tell your friends. Actually, tell them. Like, don't just say y'all told them and then not tell them. But hey, like I said, we do this every Wednesday at 8. Family run, family owned. My name is B. We got
Tenzin.
and our brother Los couldn't be here today, but we are the SOS. Thank you so much for y'all's time and y'all viewership. Catch us next Wednesday at 8 p.m. We'll have another dope show for y'all. Thank y'all so much. Peace.
All right.